Hello everyone, it's Gojira Prime with another Transformers video, and today I want to just spend a few minutes to talk about the Transformers Generations Deathsaurus Haslab project. Now, currently the project stands at 5,894 backers, so it's over the halfway mark and we still have 36 days to go in order to get this crowdfunded. Now, I wanted to talk about this today because I came across an article on Facebook from Clownfish TV, which is called "Will Haslab's Deathsaurus Transformer Crowdfunder Succeed?" Now, I think this article has come about because one of the latest crowdfund projects, the Robbie Ray's Ghost Rider Engine of Vengeance, was not funded. It made the halfway mark. It got to 5,000 backers, so it got over the halfway mark actually. But this failed to get crowdfunded, unfortunately. This is the third or fourth one not to get funded now. I know we've had two Star Wars projects fail, and so this is the third item that Haslab have done, which has not made the mark. Now, the article does raise a couple of interesting points, and I'll just run through them now. So, on October 27th, Haslab launched its newest crowdfunding campaign. Can Deathsaurus succeed where Ghost Rider failed? So far, this generation's figure already has 5,887 backers out of the 11,000 needed to make it into production. The initial push was positive, but Deathsaurus appears to have stalled less than 2 weeks in. Now, I think there's a very good reason for this. And the same thing happened with Starsaber. When it was announced and during its campaign, we had this initial rush of people who crowdfunded the project. Things then went really quiet, and then in the last 2 weeks or so, or 3 weeks, 2 weeks, we not only hit the mark, we completely smashed it. Just to give you an example, here I've got the actual on the TF Wiki Starsaber G1 Toys line. The project was launched with a total of 11,000 backers. It reached its goal on September 29th, 2021, 11 days before the project deadline. So in the 40 days, or the month that this was, because I think this was launched late August, it hit the required 11,000 backers with 11 days to go. Less than 5 days later, another 4,000 people backed it, which got us to stage 1. 4 days after that, it hit 17,000. It then hit the 20,000 marker 10 hours before the project was closed. And in total, it hit 27,000 backers. So I think the same thing is happening here with Deathsaurus. We've had this initial flurry of backers, followed by a period of quiet, and then I think the last 2 weeks we're going to see that final big push. Now, the article does say this does not spell doom for the $180 toy. Other crowdfunding efforts from Haslab have met their goals, even with an early dip in growth. This is where I don't agree with the article here. The big mistake Hasbro is making here is presenting the figure without a single speck of color. When we got the original Starsaber release, it was the same thing. We only had images of a grey prototype for a good couple of weeks, and nothing else. The original figure was a mixture of grey, blue, purple, and gold. Had I only been shown a picture of the figure. I would have never guessed this was an updated version of the pricey Japanese Decepticon from '89. The other issue is that Deathsaurus comes with almost no accessories. Unfortunately, these are all locked behind very lengthy stretch goals. Now, that is something I will have to agree with, and I have seen other people making the same comments, that the 2 stretch goals are quite large. And if we scroll, I mean, these are very nice pictures actually here. You can see here the accessories. That's just the basic figure. That's the figure with a throne, which is one of the accessories. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Here we are. So if we hit 11,000, we get the figure, tiger chest and eagle chest, Death Tailor shield accessory, and a sword and arrow accessory. So it comes with weapons, shields, and his 2 Minicon or Micromaster companions. 14,000 we get the living metal death cannon, and 17,000 we get the big old throne. Let's get that image back up here again. So we get the throne at 17,000. Now, looking at the markers for Star Saber, 11,000 we got the figure, Star Saber, the small figure, the big jet sled, and we also got Victory Leo. So we were getting a Commander class figure and a Voyager class figure, or a Leader class figure, sorry. 14,000 we got the V-Lock cannon. We're getting a similar thing with Deathsaurus. At 14,000 we get his very big cannon. And then at 17,000 we get the flight stand, which is the Victory series logo. So at 17,000 with Deathsaurus, we're actually getting a bit more. We're actually getting a flight stand and the throne. So we're actually getting more there. And then at, where are we? At 17,000, we got the throne. So at 20,000, we got the shield and the Minicons. Oh, sorry, the Micromasters that come with the figure. So a fair bit of stuff. So currently with the required tiering for Deathsaurus, we're actually getting more or less the same as what we got with Star Saber, except for obviously we're not getting the leader class figure, the Victory Leo, which is a bit of a shame. Now, it could be, if I scroll back down here, sorry, it could be that the there's nothing more to that. So it could be that we get another tier or 2 in the next couple of weeks. Hasbro, like with other past projects, will have another tier at 20,000 backers, maybe, where we get something else to go with this figure. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. The question, obviously, is what do we get? Do we get a Voyager class figure, or Voyager / Leader class figure, like we're getting with Star Saber? Is there some other accessory that they can throw in? I don't know. I don't know a lot about Victory as a cartoon, so I don't know what else they could throw in at the end of the day. But my guess is there is another tier or 2 which will be shown in the next week or so to help boost those numbers, to encourage people to buy this figure. Now, there is one thing that will probably count against this figure more than anything, and that is obviously when Star Saber was released last year. There wasn't the financial crisis that a lot of countries are now involved in. There wasn't the war in Ukraine, which has had a knock-on effect with everything as well. So that could potentially cause a problem for this figure, because people may not have the money to put into this, which could also adversely affect it. And that would be a shame too. But at the end of the day, it is only a toy, and people do have far more important things to worry about. So I do still think this will get funded. I think because of the success of Star Saber, people will want the villain of the show to go with it. Just makes sense. I'm one of these people myself. If I have Optimus Prime from one show, I have to have the Megatron to go with it. So I do think that this will still get funded. I don't know if it will reach the 14,000 and the 17,000 backers, but I think it will hit at the very least that bottom margin of 11,000. I do think it will do that, but we're just going to have to wait and see in a month's time. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, comment, and have a very, very nice day.